Good morning, YouTube. This is Sarah at Antichrist Likeness, and today's Friday. So I have a fitness update for you, and do I have an update for you? Okay, so let's see. Last week I told you my weight was approximately like 186, I think. I weighed this morning. I am still at 186.2. My weight did fluctuate a little bit last weekend because I went over my points. And then whenever I weighed in on Sunday, I was up to 188.4. And then throughout the week, I have gone back down. So, okay, so let's back up a little bit. So I found something out on Sunday. Sorry, I'm going to make this kind of quick because I've got a busy day today. And so I'm not, we're going to be running off to do stuff. So here in just a little bit. But Sunday night, we found out that we are going to have another baby. So that's exciting. Because of that, it kind of, changes things a little bit, obviously. Yesterday, I went to my nutritionist, which it was just a regular checkup. I see her once a month, and she just helps me work through my diet. I don't know if I've told you all, but I have chronic hypertension, and we're trying to avoid medication. That's the main reason, one of the main reasons why I am on a journey to lose weight. The biggest main reason, obviously, is so that we can, when me and my husband got married, we made the decision to just give to the Lord the decision of how many children we have. And so because of that decision, I want to make sure that I'm in the best shape and at my full potential health-wise so that I can continue to be able to bear children. And so obviously that has been the plan the whole time. So the fact that we are expecting baby number 6 is not a surprise. We were expecting it. We just didn't know when. And I have been on a journey for about 8 years now trying to, well, I guess 7, because, whenever my daughter was born, my first pregnancy, I gained like 60 pounds, which was ridiculous. And I've struggled to get it off because I've had babies back to back every year, like every other year since. So that has been in the plan the whole time. So that is my why. My biggest why is for my children and for my family so that I can be in the best shape possible. Okay, so I went to see my nutritionist yesterday and we talked it over and set some goals. She did say that it's not unsafe to lose weight during pregnancy, but obviously wanting to do it the right way, and wanting to do it the healthiest way. So that was kind of encouraging and slightly different advice that I've ever gotten before. Now, when we actually pulled up the recommendations on the website, on, I don't know which website, but anyways, pregnancy website that recommends how much weight you should gain during your pregnancy, I have a BMI of 32 right now. So I'm in the obese range, which I hate to admit, but it's true. It's just a fact of life. That's me. So because of that, the recommendations is for me to lose or gain between 11 and 20 pounds, 20 pounds being the absolute maximum that I'm recommended to gain, which my last pregnancy was what my midwife had told me, and so that was our goal, and I did end that pregnancy right at a 20-pound gain, which I did kind of lose a little bit that last week, so it might have been a little bit less, but as of my last prenatal appointment, I was right at the 20-pound gain, and then I dropped a few before I went into labor. So, but hearing that I really don't have to gain 20, that's really the maximum, that was kind of encouraging to hear, because in my mind I was like, that was the recommendation, was 20, but realistically the recommendation is between 11 and 20. And so we set a goal, and my goal was to not get over 200 pounds. which I think is a really good goal. That's 14 pounds weight gain. And then obviously if it happens, But, and my plan is, I do plan to continue to track for now with the iTrackBites app. I did do some research, I looked around, and I've gotten some miscommunication, so if anybody knows the exact facts, please go ahead and let me know in the comments below. But I did see, the first place I saw that they did recommend you going with whatever the breastfeeding plan is, because the breastfeeding plan is supposed to allow to like add like 500 calories, which you only need like 300 more calories when you're pregnant. And so I thought that would be a good number for maintaining, and so I found a website that said that the minimum for breastfeeding was 41 points a day, smart points a day. And so I put that in my tracker. So for now, I'm going to go with that and then just kind of see what happens. And if I continue to lose too much, or I'm not basically maintaining my weight, then I will increase it. I did find a few other resources that said like 52 was the recommendation for breastfeeding, which is a whole lot more than 41. So I don't know. I already feel like I am able to eat a whole lot more, so it's been kind of nice. And it's also been nice that I've been eating more, but yet still maintaining my weight, which has been good. So she did say that she doesn't recommend me gaining weight in the first trimester, but to really try to maintain in the first trimester and then gain in the second and third trimester, which is typically when you need to gain weight, and at that point about a half a pound a week, which would put me right about where I should be. So that is the goal. Let me know if you still want me to do weekly updates, because I know that they may be kind of boring. I don't know, because I'm not really going to be losing. I feel like it would be beneficial to some people who are on this journey trying to maintain weight during pregnancy and not just gain a ton, and are on a weight loss journey throughout their pregnancy, even though they can't really lose weight during their pregnancy, but how to, in a sense, lose weight because you're not gaining a ton of weight, and so you're ending your pregnancy right about where you started. So it's a lot easier to get your to jump right back into losing weight after the baby is born. So if that's something that you want, let me know. I will plan for now to continue to update every Friday on how things are going, how I'm feeling, how my workouts are going, what I'm doing, and my weight. This week I have gotten 12.5 miles of I'm on a goal to get 500 miles by the end of 2018, which the baby would be due December 27th. And my last prenatal experience, I was recommended to not go past 39 weeks. I did push for it though, and it really did not end well. I mean, it ended fine, the baby is fine, and I was fine, but we did have a scare during labor where my blood pressure spiked up to like 200, and they had to give me shots, and because of that I had to get an epidural, which I wasn't planning on getting. I was planning on going natural, but we ended up having to have more intervention than we wanted. I was working with a midwife in the hospital setting, so, and that's pretty much like I have to have a hospital birth, which I don't really like. I would rather have, a different experience, not a home birth, but, I'd like a birth, birth center, or I would like to have a natural childbirth, but the shape that I'm in right now, it's not an option for me. I would not be accepted by a midwife. I've talked to many of them, and they said that there's just too many risk factors with the chronic hypertension. And now seeing firsthand what happens if I were at a birth center and they didn't have the potential to give me an epidural and they didn't have the medication available, then it could have been really bad. So I'm thankful for the hospital, and I'm thankful for that. But they do say that they, at that point, they recommended that I did not go past 39 weeks. And I pushed until my due date because, well, for a multitude of reasons. But it just didn't end as well as I would have liked. and I went in for a non-stress test. He failed. They sent me immediately to the hospital. I had to start an emergency induction, and then my blood pressure spiked, and it just really was not a good situation. So I'm going to talk to the OB. I'm seeing an OB at a local hospital here, and I'm going to talk to them and just see what their recommendations are. There's two things that I would like. One of two things that I would like. Obviously, if it's possible, I'm not going to push it though this time like I did before, to go allow my body to go up until my due date, or at least after Christmas. Like if they want to induce Christmas night, the 25th, that would be fine, but I either want to go after Christmas, or I would want to go like 2 weeks before Christmas, which would put me at like the late 37th, 38th week. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, but I don't have my appointment until May 23rd, so we'll see what they recommend and what they say and all of that. So anyways, thank you for watching my update, and things are going good. From here out, I'm hopefully maintaining for a while. If I do lose, I do tend to lose in my first trimester just because I get really sick. And if that happens, it happens. I don't plan on making that happen. But I know that it's possible because it has happened to me in past pregnancies where I get really sick, and because of that lose weight. Because of that, one of my pregnancies, I lost like 13 pounds the first trimester without even watching what I ate at all. I just got really sick, and so anyways, we'll see what happens, but my goal is to maintain until second trimester, and then probably whenever the sickness kind of wears off, when I get to like the halfway point, then start gaining about half a pound a week until the baby is born. So anyways, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful Friday. Bye bye.